Hurry up in your spot.
I'm working on it. Jeez.
Rule it.
Do you see what it's like having a little kid around?
Rule it start.
Oh, it's going right now. Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut out that scene.
Oh no. That's staying now. We'll be all right. Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking out the video today. My name is Jean-Claude, and I found this guy on the way to the shop today. Here, look up. I don't know what that is. Found this guy on the way to the shop today under a bridge harassing some billy goats. What's your name?
Jack.
All right, so this is Jack, my son. Do you remember what kind of car this is?
A ZR1.
That's right. It's a ZR1. And today what we're going to be doing is, well, today I'm going to start on a wash and decon. We'll see how long Jack can make it. He's helped me out a number of times with my own vehicles, our Kitty Mover, Honda Odyssey, the Daytona Violet M3, and the work truck F-150. Now, no, Harry, don't worry about it. He's not going to do anything that could cause damage, and I'll be right there with him. But I'll have him doing things from being behind the camera, moving it around for me to maybe I'll help him out a little bit with the pressure washing, and maybe even a little hands-on with something else. We'll kind of see. We'll see how you're going to do. You think you're going to be doing so-so? Are you trustworthy?
Yes, I am.
Sure you are. All right, so we're gonna get started on it. I have no idea exactly what this car is getting because I haven't washed and decontaminated it yet. And the gentleman that owns it, typically he'll have us do some measure of paint correction. I have noticed some sanding marks in the paint, and we haven't even decontaminated it yet. So we'll see ultimately what's gonna show up once the wash and decon is done. And very likely paint correction, some type of coating, and maybe paint protection film. Don't know, that'll be up to the gentleman that owns the car. And but anyways, so are you ready to get started on this thing?
Yep.
All right, so where do you think we should start? What should we do first?
First, I'm thinking we should decontaminate it.
Okay, now you're cheating. Now you're just saying things you've heard me say, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. We'll do a version of that on the wheels, wheel wells and tires. You see this? You see how glossy that is? Mm-hmm. The tire? All right, what I want you to do, Jack, is I want you to take your finger and rub it against it real hard, and then tell me what you think about the stuff that's on your finger. Go on and do it. You don't have to do it right where I did it. Do it over here where I haven't. Now rub real hard. Does that look good?
No.
It doesn't look good. We're gonna fix that. All right, let's do this thing. When you look at those right there, do you remember what part of the car this is?
No.
Those are the brakes, right? Do you see how they look different than like the brakes on the van and the truck?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because those are called carbon ceramic brakes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They sound difficult to play with.
They are very difficult to play with. So here's the thing. If you do something, I say you, I mean me too, anybody, but if you do something that causes damage to one of these, they're actually very physically frail. So if like you chip it, it kind of somewhat falls apart a little bit. You want to take
very fragile.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a guess at what each one of those round flat plates cost?
No.
Just guess. What do you think it would cost?
$3,000.
That's not an awful guess. So this is a Corvette, which means most of the parts on it are pretty practical to replace. I don't know what they are on the ZR1, but specifically, but in general, they're somewhere between $6,000 and $9,000 a piece.
What? Now that's expensive.
That's really expensive. So you'd want to be really careful when you do anything around it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody were cleaning it and let's say they hit it too hard with a tool, that'd be a problem, right?
Yeah.
But what's another way you think it could possibly get damaged if you're doing cleaning?
If you're cleaning it and you make a mistake, like if you're too rough with it, it could break apart.
Yeah, that's true.
And also the
So
owner...
physically, you could hit it and cause damage, right?
Yeah.
So what do you use to clean stuff? Psst, 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 psst. What do you spray on it?
Spray bottle.
What's in it?
Soap.
Cleaners, soaps, things like that, right? So if you use something that chemically would cause a problem, that'd be a bad thing too, right?
But how much did this car fully cost?
I think, you know what, I didn't know you were gonna ask that, so I don't know exactly offhand, but I think they start around $130,000 for the whole car.
Well, that means
And then-
the owner must have trusted you really good. Because...
The owner does trust me really good. Okay, so when we're cleaning it, the reason I go over this is it's really important to not do anything that causes damage to that, right? I mean, we don't want to damage anything, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty no duh. But when it comes to anything around here, we want to have extra sensitivity to that thing right there. But the nice thing is, you see that big gap between the carbon ceramic, and that's called a rotor, a brake rotor. The carbon ceramic rotor and the barrel. So that nice big gap makes it where it's much harder to cause damage to it. The front rotor will probably have a much smaller gap. So it becomes easier to have a whoops moment on it. But what we'll do is we'll start by cleaning this thing right in here. It's called the wheel well liner, wheel well liner.
It looks soft.
Well, this one is. It's made out of a fabric, a felt, and the purpose of it is to essentially sound deadening.
It feels like the fabric of a pillow or something.
I don't think you want to sleep on that pillow. Feel that. But it kind of looks like it would be soft, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start by cleaning all of the wheel well arches or wheel wells and the liners. We're going to scrub this. Look at that. What color is that showed up?
White.
White. Ugh, that's some nasty stuff on there. We've got to get all of that off completely. And then we're going to clean the wheel. And we're going to clean the caliper, this thing, the brake caliper. So the brake caliper does this. It's like a solid metal piece, and it's got these little things, they're called pistons on the inside, and when you squeeze the brake pedal, what it does is it has two pads and it squeezes on both sides of this, the rotor.
It must have taken a long time to make this car.
It's over 100 years in the making, essentially.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean, cars have been around since the late 1800s. I think the late 1890s was the first car that was produced, so they've been improving them ever since. But what we're going to do is we're going to do all four wheels like that. Be very careful, be very cautious, because these typically are the dirtiest part of the car. We're going to do that with a separate bucket, and then we're going to go back and we're going to clean all the paint. So are you ready to see how this thing is done?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it then. All right, so you remember how I said, boo. All right, so look at that spray pattern. Look at how it mists.
Yeah.
See that? All right, let's make it a little tighter. It's a little better. All right, so I'll start by showing you kind of how to do it with this one. But what we're gonna do is spray this stuff inside on all that fabric, right? So look. You see how I'm keeping it off of the outside of the paint? I mean, if some gets on there, you're not going to hurt it, but you see that?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to kind of do that right there, that action.
Can I try it?
Of course you can try it, but look, two hands, all right? So what I want you to do is be closer, come this way with your body. Don't hold the trigger yet. Okay, now put this knee down, okay? Now look, you're not going to hold it like that. You're going to hold it with this hand, and then take your other hand and hold it here to support it, because it's kind of heavy. Okay, and don't touch that red button. All you have to do when you're ready to spray, look at where you're spraying, okay? All you'll do is, no, don't push the red button. The red button does nothing but lock it. Look, this is what sprays it, look. Yeah, so spray down, look at where you're going. All right, so all in there. Keep spraying, you're good. There you go. All right, let go. All right, now move your body a little closer this way. Okay, so there you go. So you see how I'm getting my head down?
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to see where it's going. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Easy does it. All right, let up on the trigger. Let up, there you go. All right, and then we take this and set it aside. Now this part, I think I'm gonna do this part for us. On the right brush.
I know what it is. It's gonna get inside of here, and then you're gonna scrub it all the way till it's all like kind of dryish.
That's exactly it. All right, so let me get in here. Yeah, and watch this move. So what I'll do is, I don't just stick it in through here because you see those bristles will hit all that.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is come in from the back and the underside. Yeah, see? Then I can just agitate, right? You see how easy that is?
Yeah.
It's not really complex, is it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Not really at all. And it's even getting rid of some of the rocks on the wheels.
On the tire?
Yeah.
Because of course this is a tire and this is a wheel, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, you see too how Daddy's willing to squat over and really get in there and see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
That's really important. So, I mean, this thing was pretty clean. As soon as I start rinsing it out, I think we'll be okay. So the next thing I would do is I'd grab this brush. See how stiff those bristles are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can I
these
try this part?
let's see. All right,
Why do you need to
So-
do that?
watch this. So this is the same stuff I use on the tire, but look at how it splashes everywhere. So it's really important that I'm paying attention to how I'm using it, right?
Yeah. Is
Now again, go ahead.
Is it okay if you get some of it on the wheels?
Yeah, you just don't want to get a ton of it because we have a lot of time to work it on the tire and we have less time to work it on the wheels. So when we're ready for the wheels, then we're going to spray the wheels. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you spray this to the tires using two hands, and remember how I told you, like have one knee down and maybe take that foot and put it a little further up. So you have a good, there you go. You want to be stable, right? And then get that one close. Close, there you go. Ooh, good job. Hold on. Close, and look, I want you to keep it like this. I want you to keep it square. Do you know what square means?
Yeah.
Keep it square to the face of the tire, okay? There you go, nice and close. There you go, and you can move your body if you need to, bud. There you go. So turn the, there you go, that's fine. Okay, let me hop in here. You can pull that back. You can pull this back. There you go, just look. Now what I've got to do, look at that. You see how that stuff's just breaking down now?
Yeah.
Look at that, it's all tacky.
That stuff right there.
Yeah, we'll get after that too.
Can I do this part?
This is a part Daddy's gonna do, okay?
Okay.
So this is primarily, can I get you to step back just a little bit, okay? There you go. So this part, you can't touch the wheel or the paint at all. It can only touch the tire. See how it's literally falling away as I go over it? You see that? That is what we call the funk nasty.
What about these stretchy things? What are these? Look. These things right here.
Oh, yeah, those are just what comes on a brand new tire. I think that's the funny thing is, I'm not sure exactly what the cause of that is, what the purpose is, but I believe it's primarily something about the manufacturing process when they make the tire. So I'm not going to bore you guys. We're going to knock this thing out. You've all seen a wheel and a tire cleaned. We're going to knock these out and get started on the paint. So do you really want to do this? I don't blame you. Nobody enjoys cleaning a tire.
Yeah, because it's always so dirty.
Well, I don't know if it's about it being dirty. It's just, it's not as rewarding, I guess. I think that's the case for most people. But you know, the reality is if you take pride in what you do, it can be rewarding. Like, I love seeing a really, really clean tire without any goo on it at all. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got me a new cameraman over there. Y'all let me know how he does. If he'll have a job for the next job or not. It's a contract position, Jack. Pressure washing. Oh, you know I'm concentrating if I'm biting my lip. There's a lot of concentration going on. And now we have the most glamorous part of the job, squeegeeing the floor. What was that, bud? Well, I told you weren't going to enjoy that part, right? Called it. But you know, when you're 10 years old, everything looks fun. Until you're doing it, and then you're like, oh, wow, that's actually work, right? Yep, I remember being there. Thinking the same thing, like, oh my gosh, cutting the grass? How glorious. Are you, do you want to, when we get a lawnmower for the new home, do you want to try riding the lawnmower?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I can't wait till you're driving the lawnmower either.
Well, we don't have that much space for trees.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of grass to cut, but still, it's anything you have to do, it's real easy for it to become work.
Are we gonna get rid of the trees?
Some of them. Yeah, so the wheel wells and tires are taken care of. And now we will move on to, once I finish squeegeeing up the floor, we'll move on to the paint, do a chemical pre-treat, rinse, hand wash, a few other chemical steps for the decon. Hopefully that will suffice and we don't have to do any mechanical decon, but we'll see. So we'll pick up there. Step. Do you remember what I said we do after we do the wheel wells, tires?
Yeah.
What do we do?
We do the paint.
How do we do it? What's the first step?
We clean it.
All right, you're cheating with these really broad terms, and I'm not all about that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a loose, like a rinse off to knock the loose stuff on the paint, like you saw that dust on it.
Yeah.
The pressure washer, without using like direct hard pressure, just kind of blowing water across it, we'll take that off. But the first thing we wanna do is hit it with our 10% chemical treatment. Just kind of like all over. You see how far that goes?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can do that. I might help you a little bit. There you go. Slow it down like this, look. See how it's kind of falling on there?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, let up. All right, come around here. Come around to the front. All right, now hit all of the front. You're too close, back up. There you go, now spray it. Lift it up a little. There you go. All right, now you're spraying more of the floor than the paint. Get it all over the paint. There you go. Okay, so lift up. All right, come around here. Keep coming this way. All right, and get all of that paint. Don't worry about the wheel. We already did the wheels good enough for now. Look, get all this down through here. All right, I'm gonna seal it from you for a second, for a few moments.
I just want to do it on my own a little bit.
I know you do, but even with this, things can go wrong. So I have to be, this is a time sensitive thing, I'll show you. So we want to get it on there. I'm gonna do this. Yes, you can. All right, now get the top, all the top real good. Let it mist on there. You can hold it still. I was doing that because I was a little closer. There you go. Let it mist on there. Nice. Yes. 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 There. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. All right, keep walking around. So you wanted to mist on all of the paint. Don't worry about the wheels. If some gets on, it's not a problem, but you don't want to, that's not the focus.
Can I get on the spoiler?
Shoot, yeah, you better get it on the spoiler or I'll be disappointed. I is very disappointed. All right, I'm going to take over for a moment. Thank you.
What about the exhaust?
Skaboom.
What about the exhaust?
It's okay if we get some on there. It's not like a huge deal that we focus on that at the moment. We want to step back just a little bit, big boy.
Is this all water?
No, this is our, do you remember what percentage I said it was?
No.
10% of our chemical mix.
So what happens if you drink some of it?
If you what?
What happens if you drink some of it?
Cleans your insides really good.
You'll die.
And then you get really sick. Yeah, no, you don't want to consume it. It's not meant for our bodies. It's meant for the car's paint.
What else is it meant
I mean, it's meant for car paint. It doesn't have to be meant for anything else.
for? Well, this car has Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh, a Wi-Fi carrier.
Does it? Uh-oh, 4G LTE. All right, so now I'm gonna spray the under part. You see that?
Yeah.
Bam, because we don't miss a spot. And then the next thing we'll do,
If you wipe it off.
rinse that mug down. That's right. Getting all those gaps and cracks real good. Boom, just like that. All right, now it's time for the rinse. What do you think you're doing? You don't even know what we're supposed to get. You're still in training. What are you gonna get? And now we just do the rinse off, right? All right. What are you doing? We already have those. Goofball. All right, come here. I'm gonna let you spray it, but I'm gonna stand here with you, okay? All right, look. We're in here. All right. One hand here, one hand up here. Hold it to your side. There you go, just like that. All right, now pull the trigger. Step a little closer. Yeah. We can't go any higher with you right now because you'll spray it. We'll turn it sideways like this, rinse. All right, let go for a moment. All right, I'll take over. And when I get to the other side, I'll let you take back over, okay? On the front-ish. Now, don't forget what I said. You have to stay away from the car with that, okay? This has that chemical in it. I don't think you want that. It's yuck. right, come on over here, bud. Let me get this out of the way. Watch out. There you go. All right. There you go. I'm gonna help you again, okay? All right. We gotta stay pretty far back from the paint, right?
Yeah.
Because what happens if you get too close?
You might get hurt.
Well, we won't get hurt, but what could get hurt?
The car.
That's right. Watch the car, don't look at me. All right, lift your hands up high. There you go. All right, we're gonna step over here. There you go. Can you see all that white on it, how it's flooding off? That's what we want. All right, let go. Come on around here. All right. Here, try this. Get this hand. There you go. Try it like that. Bam, now you can get high. Booyah! No. Sorry. No, Harry. No. All right. Come on, keep walking. All right. I am going to finish rinsing this off. We've all seen a car rinsed. We're gonna rinse it off, hit it again. We're gonna do a hand wash, rinse it off, assess where the paint is, any kind of hydrophobicity on it. It's typically a pretty okay indication that we still have something on it. We've got another couple chemical steps we're gonna be doing to ensure there's nothing left on the paint. We'll be dealing with bare clear coat. And I'm not gonna rub it quite yet, but I'm looking forward to getting it washed. If we feel anything hard bonded, be time for a mechanical decon. So pick you back up here in just a little bit. All right, buddy. What we're gonna do now is, you see wherever we have these little gaps and cracks like this, we have a bunch around this, right?
Yeah.
So we can't use a wash mitt to get in there. What we're gonna use is a little bit of this, boom. We'll go around the whole car and hit it back up with a little bit of that.
We're doing that again?
Shoot, yeah, we're doing it again. Check it out, look. But now, come over here. No, put it back, put it back. That's a bad thing waiting to happen. That guy in your hands with no instruction. So this is a very gentle, feel how soft that is. That's really soft.
gosh.
Yeah. So we're, that's right. It would be. So what we're gonna do is very gently go over these gaps and cracks. And we're gonna do this on the whole car. Okay, you see how there's that gap right there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you hold it just like a pencil, okay? Hold it just like a pencil down here. A little lower, right there. Squat down like daddy. Okay, don't let that touch any of the tire or wheel, but look, just gently. There you go. All right, move your body a little closer.
It's just like I'm painting.
Now look, just like this, very gentle.
It's just like I'm painting.
All right, then we go around, but listen, we gotta be very careful, right? Back in that gap. Now let's stick it back there. All right, now I'll take over here and watch this. So you saw me get in here, look, there's even these cracks right here.
Yeah.
So we would go over those.
I haven't seen these cracks before.
Most people don't really notice them. Same here, look at that gap. Now we can open the hood so we can get access to these edges relatively easily. This leading edge is can be a little tough. So we'll go over that. Same here, very gentle. Look at all those little gaps.
Yeah.
So that could be a real pain in the rear end to get with a wash mitt, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Then what we'll do is we'll just go around and do all those, rinse it off, do another chemical treat, start the hand wash, rinse that off, and then we'll take a look at the paint, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. So we have cleaned the wheels, wheel wells, tires, cleaned the paint, squeegeed the floor, and dried the paint and the wheels. Not in that order because the squeegeeing was done throughout. What do you say? Is that a fast job?
Not really.
Is it pretty boring doing this stuff?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be pretty boring. But it's a pretty cool car, right?
Mhm.
And we can feel good about the fact we did things the right way, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something else. Do you think Daddy's a little picky about how things are done on this car?
Sorta.
Sorta? Yeah. It's nothing new. Because my daddy was very picky.
Mm.
So there's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to be jerks, but we can be picky about what we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I'm picky about how I make my Legos
Yeah, and that's good. Why? Why are you picky about that?
because I want it to look good.
Because he wants it to look good. Who can't say they don't feel that way about something else they take pride in? So, all right, so we've got the paint cleaned off. We can feel good that we did it the right way for our customer, right?
Yep.
All right, so the next stage in all of this is we're not going to deal with it anymore today. I have not inspected it critically under light, critical lighting. I've seen some things, but there's definitely going to be some stuff that needs to be addressed in it, but I'll come back. Today's Saturday. I'll come back another day during the week, pick this back up. Well, it would be Monday. I'll pick back up on it on Monday, figure out what's going on with the paint, get it to the customer,
Yep.
say, what do you want us to do about this stuff, if anything at all, which I happen to know he will. He's a returning customer. And then we'll leave it in his hands at that point, right?
Yep.
If he wants us to do something, we'll do it. Are you going to come back and watch me and learn a little bit more about using the machine on the paint, making that paint look as good as it can?
Soon.
Soon? We'll see how that works out.
Okay.
All right, thanks for helping out, buddy.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
watching the video. I say thanks for watching the video like there's not going to be any more. Well, this may be a part one, and there may be other videos, or I may be saying thanks for watching to this point. Hopefully you'll keep watching. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty wordy, aren't I?
Subscribe to his channel.
Ooh, I like that. But we'll save that for possibly the end of the very last part too, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Thanks for watching, and keep watching. Let's go.
So are we going to cut out this part right here?
The part where you're talking? Yes.